Now that I've had a chance to think about it, I spent like 6 or 7 months in the COVID ICUs. I've spent time in the step-down units. I've spent time on the general floors taking care of COVID patients. I've done the overnights. And of course, now that I'm out of the hospital, now I get it. If you've been following me for a while, welcome back. If not, hello. My name is Mike. I'm an internal medicine doctor, and I got COVID. If you watched the video from yesterday, 1, thank you. And 2, I think I'm going to make this a daily thing. I think it's important for people to see what goes on kind of day to day. Unless you've been working in the hospital or you've lived with somebody with COVID who's been kind of touch and go for a bit, maybe you don't have all the experience. And I think a huge pinnacle of good medicine is transparency and open communication. I think there have been a lot of reasons why a lot of people have developed additional mistrust in medicine over the course of the last 18 months, on top of the mistrust that already existed. So I'm just one guy. Hopefully I can maybe help a little bit. I don't know. But today's day 5 of symptoms, and I'll tell you what, I feel kind of good. And this despite the worst night of sleep I've had in recent memory, for a couple reasons. 1, it was frigid in my bedroom last night, or I couldn't control my body temperature. So I was struggling to get to sleep. The phone was off, the TV was off, everything was off. I'm a big sleep hygiene guy, so none of that was going on. Still couldn't fall asleep. About 11:30, I got up and put a sweatshirt on and put the hood over my head, which I never do, ever. I was freezing, and I finally got to bed around 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Problem number 2, I took a nap yesterday. Now, you might be thinking, it's a nap, who cares? People take naps. I don't, because I know it screws up my sleep for the rest of the night. And lo and behold, it did. Problem number 3, unfortunately, it was Bruin. Usually he hangs out in our bed for about 20 minutes to half an hour. Last night it was until 1. And of course, every time he moved, I got a toenail or a talon into some part of me. Yeah, that doesn't feel good, especially when you're trying to fall asleep. But I do think I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. I actually managed to get on the treadmill today. I didn't, run 10 miles, but I managed to walk for half an hour at a decent pace, at a decent incline, get a good sweat going, and I felt okay doing it. It's been a while since I've done anything particularly strenuous, other than be sick. But to the meat of the video, I have finally been able to kind of put some thoughts together, and this is where I'm going to share them. 1, holy crap, it's no wonder people are confused about COVID. I'll probably make a video just on this, but if you try to Google COVID stuff, it's no wonder you can't figure anything out. There's just so much stuff out there. There's like over 1 billion websites dedicated to just COVID. I'm sure some of those are accurate and valid, and a lot of those are opinion pieces, and a lot of those are banana land. How could you possibly know how to sort through all that stuff, and why some of it's right, why some of it's wrong, why some of it says the right things for the wrong reasons, vice versa? Who knows? I'll probably make a video just on that because it's a lot. Second, I am very grateful that I had the vaccine. It's been a while. December 17th and January 7th. So December 17th, 2020, January 7th, 2021 is when I got vaccinated. It was creeping up on the 9 months ago mark. And the data that I've seen so far show that after about 6 to 8 months, the effectiveness of the vaccine as far as infection goes starts to decrease, but those who get breakthrough cases after that spot don't have an increased mortality rate or hospitalization rate. And those who have been vaccinated, if they do get it, typically get attenuated symptoms. So that's kind of what I'm going through right now. Right now, I feel like I have a cold, and not a bad one. Yesterday and the day before, a bad one. Today, I'm okay. I feel like this could have been a lot worse. Technically, I am high risk with type 1 diabetes, but because I've got vaccinated, it's probably better than otherwise would have been. Now, I didn't clone myself and not have that one get vaccinated and me get vaccinated to compare. That would have been ideal and weird and also terrible. That would be ideal for science purposes. I'm just kind of guessing that it would have been worse had I not been vaccinated. The data seem to support that, but it's just a guess. I have certainly seen many people die from this. I have certainly pronounced more than my fair share of people dead from COVID, so this is obviously not something that I've been taking lightly. And finally, I will say that the last year and a half-ish has been a tremendous triumph for science. I know a lot of people give Big Pharma a hard time, a lot, and they are probably deserving of some of it. But over the last 18 months, it was the men and women that work for those pharmaceutical companies that have given us this vaccine. It is the men and women that work for those pharmaceutical companies that have given us these monoclonal antibody infusions. The former that has already saved millions and millions of lives. The latter, I anticipate, will save millions and millions more. Now, speaking of monoclonal antibodies, I'm going to go read up on them, and then I'm going to go get them. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully I can bring you along with me. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Talk soon.